Hi, Gene Burnett from geneburnett.com. Hey, I thought I'd share my response to I think it was a meme on Facebook or something, someplace where um, the thing said something like, "What advice would you give to your younger self?" Or, what would you tell yourself at 30? Or something like that. And so I was coming up with some advice for my younger self. Now, as I do this, you're going to hear that bell periodically. That's the random interval timer. It's at randomintervaltimer.com. I had this made by my student and friend Noel. He set up this website. It's a training tool that I wanted, and he made one for me, and I decided to make a website out of it and share it with whoever wants to use it. It's a random interval timer, and periodically there will be a random bell. I set it for between 60 and 120 seconds. So from 1 minute to 2 minutes, you're going to hear a little bing, and when I hear that bing, I'm going to sit up straight and just take a nice full breath. That's how I'm using it today. Gentle reminder. Take a breath. Sit up straight for a second. I also have a reaction time beep, which makes it go beep. And then when I hear that, I might do something like throw some punches or do some kind of reactive thing. So it's free. Yeah, it helps me remind me to sit up straight and take a breath. It's awesome. You can adjust the interval. You can adjust which sound you want. randomintervaltimer.com. Not case sensitive. It is free. Okay, now, this is advice to my younger self. So people were putting, like develop more compassion and buy Microsoft shares and all this kind of stuff. And the first thing that came to my mind was planks. So I just typed in planks. So here's some advice to my younger self, if I could go back in time. And, I've studied and incorporated into my life all kinds of stuff, from Tai Chi, yoga, Aikido, bodywork, dance. I would still say this to my younger self, meaning to myself anywhere between 30 and 50. Even though I was studying all those things, I would say, first of all, planks, dude. Planks every single day. Just 1 minute plank. And if you can't do a minute plank, do 30 seconds or if you can't do 30 seconds, do 15. It doesn't take long to build up to a minute plank. I'm just talking about the push-up position. You can do it on your elbows. There's many variations. Just do a 1 minute plank. 1 day core strength training every day, 1 minute every day, right? Because 1 day core strength is going to start rising in your priorities. And that is, if you don't want to be in pain all the time and stay vital and functional in your later years, you'll want to keep that core strength going, right? You may find other ways to build core strength as you grow. I'm talking to my younger self here. You may end up doing 5 minute planks, or you may be doing 2 minute planks a day, or 5 minute no less than 1 minute a day. No less than 1 minute a day, right? You may find other things that also work your core. That's all fine and fine and fine. Just make sure the minimum 1 minute a day. It is an investment of 1 minute. Okay? So one day you're going to look around, if you do this, and you're going to look around at people your age, and you're going to realize that you're the only one you know, maybe the only one in your town who's that age, who can do a 1 minute plank. In that case, I leaned back and took a full breath, right? So it's a minimal investment, equipment free, that can make everything in your life easier when you get older. Planks, 1 minute a day, right? Now, posture. Now, really attend to keeping your legs grounded and aligned. Sit into your hips, especially keep your heart lifted and your spine long and your head back a bit. I know you're already studying this, but study it more. Put even more attention on posture. Every time you come to a stillness in your life, that's a chance to set your posture compass by attending to these things for just a few seconds. Nothing crazy, right? You don't have to go nuts and try to hold this all day long. Just whenever you come to a stillness. I call it the 4 H's. Horse, like you're sitting on a horse. Your hips, like you're really on that saddle on that horse. Your heart, just a little lifted. The back of your head, up and back a little bit. 4 H's, right? every time you hold the ball in a form, every time you step, every time you take a stance. Just take a beat and check those things. Don't try to maintain them like a straitjacket as you move. Obviously, that's not possible, and it's not even good training. The best training is to train you to move when you move, but find structural alignment. Find structural alignment when you come to a rest. So posture too will become more and more important to you as you get older. If you care about staying relatively out of pain and out of doctor's offices, a little work every day will pay off huge later on, right? If you don't want to do the work now, you may be forced to do it later. It's called rehab. After you get your knees and hips and stuff replaced, it'll be painful and difficult. So attend to your posture even more than you think you should, right? Come to that place as often as you can and just check in with it, check in with it, check in with it. Because one day you're going to look around and you're going to see that you're the only person your age with decent posture. Because once you start letting gravity break you and go this way instead of this way, it's just a matter of time before it breaks you. Now it's going to break you anyway. Gravity always wins, but it doesn't have to be a blowout. There, I just checked my posture right then and take a nice deep breath. The random interval timer, folks. All right, the third point is value fitness as much as skills. Don't settle for knowing how to do push-ups. Actually do push-ups. They're so simple. Just do 10 push-ups, 10 perfect push-ups, all the way down, all the way back. Elbows into your sides, all the way down, all the way back. They're so simple. Elbows at your sides, all the way down, all the way back. If you can't do 10, you can build up to 10 inside of a month. It takes less than 30 seconds. Don't stop because it gets easy. When you have more time and focus, you can add pull-ups, you can add other fitness routines. But if you keep this one simple thing going, you'll be making it much easier for yourself down the line. Value fitness. Do things like push-ups, man. It's so... I can't make my hat be on straight with this damn camera. Oh well, anyway. All right, here we go. Just one breath per. Exhale, inhale. It takes less than 30 seconds. And like I say, don't stop because it gets easy. Just because it's easy doesn't mean it's not beneficial. You'll be making everything easier for yourself down the road if you do this. One day you'll look around at your peers and you'll go, holy shit, I'm the only one who can do 10 push-ups. And they're all kind of getting broken down. The push-ups also add to your core strength. If you want to cheat a little bit, count the push-ups in your plank. Put a timer on 1 minute, do 10 push-ups, and then hold till the minute's up. You're still in a plank position, and you're still doing those push-ups. And, a lot of people, if they're still alive, when they get to be older, can't even do 1 push-up, right? But you've been doing 10 a day ever since you were 30 or whatever, so... simple fitness too will rise in your priorities as you get older. So if you want to maintain a pain-free, doctor-free, functional life, consider putting as much value on fitness as any other skill or any other Tai Chi relaxation thing or whatever else you're working on, right? It's just as important to be fit. Okay. That goes for pull-ups too, by the way. You can do 1 a day. If you did 1 a day, one day you're going to be 80 and look around and you're the only one you know who can do a pull-up and the only one who knows the posture that you need to do a pull-up. Okay, last tip that I would tell my younger self. Listen, this applies, well, I'll just make it general. Listen to your spouse. I call it listen to your wife because I'm talking to me at that age. But, I'll assume that you found someone who comes from a true place, like a decent place in life. Right? Not a game playing taker, right? You're going to find someone who comes from a true place. Slow down, shut up more, and just listen to her. She might not be right all the time, but she'll be definitely right enough of the time to improve your life and your relationship. So incline your heart towards your partner. Don't just listen waiting for what you're going to say. And don't just listen abstractly, intellectually. Incline your heart towards that person. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Think of them as coming from a true place, and they're trying to tell you something about their life or about you. And listen. Listen. See how it really feels to listen to the other person and hear what they have to say. Now, all of these things I came a bit late to. I was well into my 50s before I started doing these things with focus and consistent intent. Even though I was studying Tai Chi and Aikido and yoga and all those things, even though I was studying all those things, right? I still, when I got into my 50s, I focused more on posture. I focused more on core strength. I focused more on fitness. And I listened more to my lovely wife, Samara, and benefited from doing it. I've improved a lot since I started. I just wish I'd done these things, these simple things, all along with everything else that I was doing, so they'd be more deeply ingrained in my body. I wish I'd been doing a plank 1 minute a day since I was 30. Oh, that would be fantastic. As it is, I had to kind of play catch up, which is fine. But, you know, I think I got these things together just in the nick of time for the older years, which are hopefully coming. So take good care and consider these tips if you are a younger person who might be watching this, or someone who's middle-aged, or even an older person. If you're 60 and you want to have a good 70, planks, dude, posture, fitness, and listen to your partner and your friends. Okay? Those things will help. And you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to become a fitness nut. Just pick one thing, 10 push-ups, right? A minute plank, 1 pull-up, just simple things. Just pick something that's a little bit hard for you right now, and do that every day. I can't tell you how much you're going to thank that younger person when you get to be an old geezer, right? So you take it easy. I hope I see you down the line. Let me know if this is useful to you in any way. I always appreciate comments letting me know that things are useful. I do have a tip jar here underneath this video. I have a tip jar at my website, geneburnett.com. Feel free to donate a few bucks or a ton or 1,000 if it's something that you feel like doing, but it's by no means necessary, no means expected. Also remember randomintervaltimer.com if you want to use the training device that I've been using. I've had it set on general reminder throughout this video, but I could also set it on reaction time and I would have done something else. So thanks very much for watching.